We are back today on Pack Attack, and today's kind of a big milestone because for the first time so far this year, we're going to be sending out an entire diamond starting lineup. But before we get into that and break it down, I just want to say I know it's been way too long since the last episode. That's my bad. I'm sorry. I don't want to get too into it, take up too much time, but just essentially earlier this year, before I started Pack Attack, when it was taking me way too long to get it started, I kind of blamed that on having kind of too many different ideas and too many different things I wanted to do, and it just kind of made me overwhelmed and led to me procrastinating. So what I tried to do last month, and it did work for a while, was I just focused solely on trying to get a video out every day, alternating between Pack Attack and my White Sox franchise. And for the most part, I was doing pretty good with that, but then since I was doing good, then I started thinking about making other videos again, bigger ideas, bigger things I wanted to do, and then we got right back to where I was. So I wasn't ready yet to try and add more things to my plate. So now that we're back, I'm gonna bring that routine back. The focus is going to be on Pack Attack, on White Sox franchise. We'll try and get back to a video every day and an episode of Pack Attack every other day. I do still have a couple other videos that I did record and I was working on, so those will come out at some point. One of them especially is very overdue at this point. But anyways, let's talk about this team. Let's talk about this all diamond team, because from the very start of last episode to now the start of this episode, things look very different. At the beginning of last episode, I spent some stubs on a flash sale. I spent some stubs from the bank. We added some new diamonds to the team, and then at the end of the episode, I made so many stubs that I opened up an ultra pack, and we had 3 new additions to the team from that ultra pack. The first one we'll talk about is Rod Carew. He's the new second baseman. I'm actually excited to use him because he's a bit of a Pack Attack legend. I think it was 22. I had a Rod Carew on that team that was very good. He's got great contact, great speed, not a whole lot of power, but we were still going with gold Ozzy Albies here at second base before this, so this is where that diamond upgrade kicked in to give us a full diamond lineup. Actually, I forgot too, but our ranked reward for making it up to a 600 rating, I think it was, we got a deluxe pack. I picked Cityscapes, and we got Johnny Bench, 90 overall behind the plate. I mean, like, he really is the greatest catcher of all time. But if you guys have been playing this game for years, if you're Diamond Dynasty people, you wouldn't think so. They never give Johnny Bench the respect he deserves, I feel like. 4 and 90, this card is fine, probably. He's got good pop time and good arm, so he should keep base stealers in check. And then the big one, I pulled the 93 overall Jose Bautista, part of the rare round of the mural cards. He's our new right fielder, should be a really good hitter. I mean, not like crazy good, but he's pretty good. And then our new pitcher for today, I got lucky and I pulled CC Sabathia out of that ultra pack. So we got our new ace in CC Sabathia, 5-pitch mix, sinker, cutter, slider. So then yeah, just since it's been so long too, this is the whole team. A lot of mural cards, because that was the promo that was out when I was actually playing this series on schedule. The bench, I did keep James McCann around to be the backup catcher. I sent Ozzy Albies to the 40-man. We still have Michael Harris, Vargas, and Matt Olson. And then the rotation, if you remember all the way back to the beginning of last episode, that's when we pulled, or selected, I guess, Jamie Arnold and Cade Anderson to be our first 2 diamond starting pitchers. And then the bullpen overall is still in a pretty rough shape, but we do have at least a diamond lefty and a diamond righty out there. But we can't forget about the stub bank also, because I had some cards that we pulled, some duplicates last episode, some cards that didn't make the team. We sell all that to go to the stub bank. You guys also left 53 likes on last episode, so that's another 5,300 stubs going to the bank. So that brings our stub bank for today's episode up to 38,109. But you know what? Since it's been so long since last episode, how about I do a little something to make it up to you guys? We will make the likes worth double today. So instead of the normal 100 stubs per like, today we'll make it 200 stubs per like, going towards the stub bank. So make sure to get that like in, especially if I'm getting back on pace of uploading one of these every other day. You want to make sure you get this like in before I record next episode to give us double stubs. But all right, let's finally get things going here. We are back down to a 450 rating. Obviously, the season ended. We missed Weekend Classic. That's another thing I wanted to say. Last year during Weekend Classics, I tried to play an episode every day during the Weekend Classic. I knew I wasn't going to be doing that last weekend anyway, so don't feel like we missed out on something extra. Anyway, that's besides the point here. We're back down to a 450 rating, which might be good for the team because we're still on a 9-game winning streak. We're undefeated since starting Pack Attack this year, and the rating was outpacing the team a little bit. We are already up to 623 with a bullpen that has like bronzes and silvers. I need a haircut, dude. It's getting back to the point where my hair is way too long. We're at home. We're not on the road. Max Fried, I feel like I faced him a couple times. Well, I was gonna say recently. It hasn't been recently. Within the last couple Pack Attack games, I feel like I faced Max Fried a couple of times. Look at Big CC up there. CC was looking huge. Am I using this right? He was frame mogging even David Ortiz. I probably gonna cut that. Jesus. Kind of funny though. This guy had the Southside White Sox City Connects on, and I've got the Charlotte Knights AAA jerseys on. The Knights are the AAA team of the White Sox, if you didn't know. I don't know, man. I wasn't necessarily going to specify when I said earlier I had a couple other videos that I have to come out at some point. There we go. There's a punch out. There's some stubs. But just with him using the White Sox jerseys and me using White Sox minor league jerseys, I can't help but think about it. So I want to let you guys know what's coming. As soon as I finish editing it, which who knows when that's going to be at this point because it's taken me so long anyway. But that last weekend classic, I played the entire weekend classic with a White Sox theme team. The White Sox are my favorite team, if you guys aren't aware. They've got a pretty good theme team. I don't want to give away the results of the video too much, but I feel like you guys would be a little surprised with how actually solid the White Sox theme team is on this year's game. So stay tuned. Some point in the next couple of days, maybe a week, who knows. Okay, this dude's not striking out for me. What are we doing? Fouling pitches off and now not chasing the slider that struck him out the first time? Okay, that worked. Kind of didn't think it would, to be honest. All right, let's see. First two batters, he swung at and fouled off the first pitch sinker, which isn't really what you want. Well, and now he just didn't swing. That's even less what you want. Let's bear down here to strike out the side. I have a feeling this is going to work. Fastball up and away. Yeah. Look at CC go in his first inning of work with the team. 10 swings. Oh, no, dude. I thought that was a good swing. I didn't move the PCI to accommodate for the break of the sinker. If I'm timing up my first swing, though, that's a good sign. Okay, that's not a good sign. He missed with that pitch. So then I ambushed in because I'm like, he might just be one of those people who throws the inside sinker lefty-lefty, and then he was, and I wasn't ready for it. Maybe we actually look for the pitches we're sitting on. Or I guess it'd be the opposite. Sit on the pitches we're looking for. This is Jose Bautista's first at-bat, by the way. Ooh, why did I not swing? Okay, not a great first inning then. Oh, Carew, first chance he got there. I actually didn't think he would off the bat. Didn't like that, though. Dude couldn't put anything in play last inning, and then he actually put a decent swing on that. I also did leave a changeup right over the plate. All right. I was really hoping for another punch out there. I'll take a weak rollover grounder. All right, come on. Let's dot him with this front door sinker here. He's not going to swing at this. He won't. I told you. Got Duke Snyder batting cleanup. Interesting choice. Sit on that sinker in. See if he throws that again. Yep, he did. I was ready for it this time. Good. That's going to get through. Ooh. All right. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm going to score. I'm going to come all the way around to score because he nudged his analog stick. I don't even know what happened there. All right. I guess that's a way to score my first run of the game. You lose accuracy when you slide step, by the way. Or you're supposed to. Dude actually went back to that after I pieced it up last time, but he threw it too far in, because of course he did. All right, runner on second and nobody out to now runner on third, 2 outs. Johnny Bench's first at bat with the team. What does he have for us? What does the greatest catcher of all time have in store for the Pack Attack squad? He's got a base hit for the Pack Attack squad to drive in a run with 2 outs. We needed that. I'm doing some bad ball hitting here. That's a couple of hits on pitches out of the zone. And that's gonna drop in. We'll keep him at second base. I mean, that was a hittable pitch. That still wasn't the best swing I put on it though. And we're still getting hits. Luck might be on my side right now. And okay, and then I missed. Well, and then that one's going to get up through. That's going to give us another run. That's going to give us a runner on third. I feel bad for this guy. Maybe the game just detects, like, you haven't played a game for 2 weeks. I haven't spent time on this account for 2 weeks. Maybe the game is more generous. They're like, hey, you know, stay on the game. We want you to keep playing. We don't want you to get discouraged. Here's some flukes. Oh my God, really? That actually has a chance to drop. No, it doesn't. Left fielder's got it. All right. We did enough damage with the little bit of damage I actually did. That, I think, is gonna, yeah, give him a base runner. He's not gonna beat that speed sometimes. Does he take off first pitch? Do I anticipate that? I'll slide step. I won't pitch out though. All right, he's staying put for now. I gave him a meatball. I'm gonna guess he doesn't take off again because or he'll take a second lead. Okay, hit back right before I went for it. Still gonna say he doesn't go here, or he does, and he sabotaged himself. All right, we'll give him this then. Dude, I think he's screwing himself over. He's trying to take that second lead, but he's taking it a little bit too late. So he took the lead and then took off. That screwed him over. And he might get on base again here. Need a good play from Carew. Nope, not even close. So 2 infield hits with 99 speed because Carew couldn't quite make the play in time. He wasn't quick enough. Oh. Interesting. That was not even a bad pitch, even though it was a slide step. That was quite the escalation from the swings he'd been making so far up to that point. All right, and back to weak contact. I like that a little bit more. All right, we'll end the inning with that. He did get 2 back though. Like, this is, not gonna lie, couple innings in, I kind of thought this would be a free win. It doesn't really feel like that anymore. I also feel like I'm like starting to sweat, dude. Tell me why it's 64 degrees outside, but it's like 85 right now in my room. How does that happen? Bautista, that might only be a single actually. Oh no, we're gonna go 2. He tumbled. No, we're gonna go back to 1. He got it in quick still. All right, ambush in again. Take away this inside sinker if he goes to it. Okay, that was disgusting. That did not look like the sinker. I was about to say he didn't go to it, but no, it just was. Look at that. That pitch is filthy, and that's a strike if I don't swing. Something's got to be done about this sinker. Like, I need to know from real baseball people who do baseball, is that what a sinker actually looks like? Because there's no way that that's what a sinker actually looks like. And now he's going to a different pitcher. Okay, I mean, I was not hitting Max Fried. I was getting lucky. I don't know about that move. That's going to be 2, isn't it? We got no speed. All right. I did not look good there either. Momentum has swung. He's got 195 at bats, did that say, with this Ian Happ? That's why I miss when it showed the record of the opponents you're playing, man. This dude might just play a bunch of ranked. I respect that. And he's figured out that high fastball now. That had gotten me a couple strikeouts. Okay, that should be a double play for me. Brooks on the... Well, no, Brooks wasn't the one on the turn. That was Rod on the one with the turn. How about the names we've got on this team right now? Rod, Brooks, CC, Jeff. Brooks has got that too. Good inning from him at third. Okay, dude, what am I letting happen here now? Honestly, this dude is a really good pitcher. Forgot I was going to say that a couple innings ago, and then he like hung that slider that I pulled too far foul. But like, besides that one pitch that I didn't even punish, this dude's a really good pitcher. I'm telling you, I shouldn't be winning this game. I have fluked my way to this lead right now. That's not a fluke. Oh my God, Rod Carew with no powers doing that. Not even a perfect swing. He just hit it over 100 feet over the fence. Told you he was a pack attack legend. That's just what he does. That was another really good pitch. You know what? He deserved an out. Fine, sure. We gotta get back even here a little bit after the 3 runs that I scored on all those weak swings. At least we got one back though that I can feel good about with that Rod home run. All right, there we go. That's how you get Willie McGee out when he hits it to the second baseman. There we go. That should handle Sean Figgins this time. That was actually closer than it should have been, Dansby. All right, Brooks should have that. I almost messed up the throw, but that's a nice, quick, quiet inning. All right, I'll take a leadoff walk, 3-2 count, run the pitch count up. This feels like a spot for something to happen. Whether he leaves Raleigh in to face Ortiz or goes to a lefty and then the lefty's in to face Bautista next. What are we gonna do? Who are you gonna face? Oh, he's gonna bring in a righty to face Ortiz. Interesting. What does Broxton even throw? Hey, he throws meatballs. That's what he throws. It's exactly what we needed to see there. That's exactly what I was talking about with David Ortiz coming up to the plate. Look at that, dude. No doubters. Perfect with David Ortiz. There's something about it. Ooh, look at this. That's going to stay fair. All right, Bautista. I'm going to have to keep him at first on that also, dude. Run faster. All right, another walk. Duke's on. We've got 2 on. Nobody out yet in the inning. And we already have had 2 runs come across. We can break this thing wide open here, dude. Come on, Jeff. Jeff, opposite field. Dude, I got up to that. Oh, we're going to get Bautista up to third, though. That's about as good of a swing as you could put on that pitch. Oh, and that's a bad one there, Brooks. Dude, almost what a pitch, but it's the 3rd walk of the inning to load the bases. It's up to Johnny Bench, though, to break it open. Still got to get these runs across, and we need a hit to do that. Has he seriously thrown 79% cutters since he brought Broxton in? I knew it was a lot. I didn't know it was that many. Oh, we've got Hader. I mean, I haven't played a ton of ranked overall this year, but I have not faced people who use Hader and Michael King. This actually might be the first time I've encountered somebody bringing in Hader, and you can't automatically assume that people know like what they're doing when they do that. I mean, I definitely could have made a better swing too. I feel like I kind of got ahead of myself there. I was already thinking it was going to be a big inning, but then I didn't cash in those extra runs, so it was just a 2-run inning. Need more of that though. Keep doing that. The more innings we can eat with our starter, the better. Just like that, dude. Keep getting those first pitch ground outs. That's perfect. CC's gonna go CG. Yeah, give me that 3-pitch inning. Perfect stuff right there. You know, I think I'm not like super caught up on the whole Hader glitch thing. Like I don't know all the ins and outs, but I think it's the 2-seam specifically, and I think he has only thrown me 2 seams so far. So if that's the case, he might know what he's doing. Is that gonna land fair? All right. I mean, it had a chance of being 3 if it doesn't bounce over, but I'll take that. I didn't know Dansby got the shift. There we go. There's a non-2 seam. Look at that. And there's another non-2 seam. He mixed it up. He got me to roll over on it. I don't know. I probably shouldn't really be saying too much about the whole Hader glitch thing, just because I really don't know. Like, I don't know the ins and outs of it. I just know people say Hader's glitched, and I feel like I've heard it specifically the 2-seam. And it's something about getting contact swing results. That's all I know. Okay. I throw the pitch that was getting the rollovers every pitch. I guess he can get under that. Where'd that one end up? That's a good amount below the zone to get under it enough. I guess we pivot to the sinker then. I want to leave CC in. Like I said, the more outs we can get with the starter, the better. But he can't give up another run now, because then he'd lose the quality start. What is this dude doing, though? Like, that is 6 at-bats in a row? He swung at the first pitch below the zone like that? I mean, he was actually doing a decent job earlier in the game at laying off of that. That's why I wasn't spamming it. Now he's just letting it fly? I mean, I'll take advantage. I'll keep throwing it. This one might hang, though. This one might be dangerous. Yeah, it hung enough. He got a horrible jump there too. Yep, throw cancel. All right, we still got him. I didn't think we were. Rod wasn't leaving the base. That's twice that he's messed up stealing with Willie McGee. 99 speed, 99 stealing. I honestly think it's because he keeps taking that second lead. Like that time he took the second lead, I held it, so then he went back, and then he got a bad jump. I feel like you don't even need a lead to steal with Willie McGee, to steal with 99 stealing. There we go. That looks like a contact swing result, so that there might be something to that. Contact swing doesn't mean you can't hit, though. I'm not actually contact swinging, just to be clear. All right. I mean, I guess I should kind of have an idea of what I'm going to see, right? Like, that's just what he's going to throw. I should be sitting on it. Is that getting over his head? Oh, it is. Okay. Don't know if we were scoring on that anyway, because I don't know if we were taken off soon enough. Again, I should be looking for one thing and one thing only. What am I doing? You're joking. What? All right, then. MLB The Show 26, everybody. What a way to get our first loss of the year. It was never going to happen any other way, was it? Okay, well, getting back to the rank screen, now it's going to give me these things, which we will open. But, yeah, rating dropped to 404. That's a good time. You know what? That's probably just karma for me procrastinating on getting back to Pack Attack for so long. That's what I get for waiting 2 weeks in between episodes. Now look at this. Look at the menus go. All right, let's just move on here. Tally up our stubs for this one. I am counting the loss. I'm counting that as breaking our winning streak, just so you guys know, even if it probably shouldn't. It goes in the books as a loss, so it's a loss. But anyways, with that, tallying up all of our stubs today, it's going to leave us with a final count of 19,548. I also kind of forgot about these, so we're going to open these before we actually spend our stubs. But in case you need a refresher this year for these rating rewards, we can still use who I pull on the team. Tyler Phillips won't be making the team, though. I'm just not packaging these in with the rest of the packs we open because I'm not selling these to then make more stubs to the bank this year. So we'll have 6 show packs and a ball in here. If we pull something to upgrade, or that will be an upgrade, we get to keep them. I mean, at this point, though, that would either have to be an insanely good pull if it's a hitter, or it would have to be... Well, I was going to say it would have to be a bullpen arm, but no, we've got a couple spots in the rotation. Why would James Karinchak be in 76? What? I mean, actually, he might even be able to make the team. I don't know. I know we've got a couple bronzes still out there, but I think they were my lefties, so I don't know if I want to be getting rid of lefties. He might. Edwin Uceta? I don't remember how it's pronounced, but yeah, he's pretty solid for a silver. We'll probably make our bullpen, unless we have some crazy pulls with the rest of these packs today. Ballin' pack, though, just a gold. And then nobody else. All right, then, and with our actual stubs that we earned from that game, this is what we're left with: 6 show packs and a deluxe pack. The rounding might be a little confusing because we were technically above 9,500 stubs. So you'd think, you know, just round up to 10,000 to get another deluxe pack. But I handle it in terms of rounding it up to the next show pack. And since 6 show packs is 9,000 stubs, 7 show packs would be 10,500. I would have had to be over 9,750 stubs remaining to round up to the next show pack. So in terms of show packs, I'd be rounding down. I just like to round in terms of show packs. If we would have been at the point where we'd round up to the next show pack, I would have rounded up to 10,000 and gotten a deluxe. I just don't want to like do extra rounding to get an extra good pack, if that makes any sense. So all right, then let's get these 6 show packs open first. I mean, we just opened a bunch of show packs. I kind of went over what the expectations are for these packs at this point. Kyle Tucker, not gonna have a use for him. The only thing different about these is we are selling these cards this time. Since these were purchased with post-game stubs, we get to add everything we don't add to the team in stubs to the bank. So we got one more here, nothing out of those. So that just leaves us with our vintage pack, and we really want a pitcher out of this one. And actually, you know what? Crochet is the only starting pitcher in this entire pack. We've got Bummer as the only pitcher in the mid round, and then Alvarado. Or no, okay, I forgot about Pablo Lopez. So we can pull Pablo Lopez too. That might be who I want if we're going to pull a low round guy. In the long term, I would really like both Alvarado and Bummer, which it makes it a bummer that this is when I fell off of Pack Attack, because this series of pack has two really good lefty relievers in Alvarado and Bummer. And lefty relievers are like, honestly, like some of the most valuable cards we can have in Pack Attack over the years, and I might miss out on them. Got a chance here though. Let's see who we get. I would like a pitcher one way or another, but we need a starter, or else next game is going to be a silver starter again. Who do we have? It's not a pitcher. Another infielder, another 93, Terry Pendleton. We'll have to see what we can do with him, because chances are he'll be making the team. I just don't know off the top of my head where. Does he replace Brooks? He probably just replaces Brooks. But all right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Really too bad how that game ended, but what are you gonna do? What can you do? You can't do anything. So again, I want to emphasize I am back to focusing on Pack Attack and White Sox franchise. Again, my focus is going to be on consistency. We're not going to see these long layoffs in between videos again. I'm just refocusing again. That's all we're doing. And again, make sure to get your like in on this one. Since we're doubling it for next episode, your like is going to be worth 200 stubs going to the bank. But that's all I've got for you guys today. So thanks for coming back. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Not in 2 weeks.